Today we're answering the question that we got the most before our move.
Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie here with another video about moving to Orlando. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you see what you like, please like and subscribe. We are a family of 4 that moved our 2 sons from the middle of the country, from Oklahoma down to Disney World in order to be next to the magic. And yes, the question that we got asked most often before moving down here is, well, I guess after, are you crazy? Just kidding. Do you think the magic is gonna change once you're there?
We didn't expect that the magic would go away. That was really probably the question we got asked most is, well, what if the magic goes away? We kind of knew it would probably change, and it did, but it changed for the better in our opinion.
Absolutely. So short answer to the question is, does the magic go away? No, but it changes.
Yes. Before the move, we fully anticipated that we would probably spend most of our time in Magic Kingdom because what's more magical than Magic Kingdom, right? Like that's the
It's in the name.
It's the quintessential park. But as a local, it is very annoying to get to.
It is. It is annoying. Like, not being able to park in a parking lot and just walk in is actually really annoying. So it's actually the park that we have spent the least amount of time in because it's really kind of a pain. If you only want to go in for 2 hours, like over half of that is spent parking at the TTC, taking the boat or the monorail around, going through the security and then everything, and then getting in and then going back and going back across the pond. Anyway, so we have actually spent a lot more time in the other parks. Epcot is one where we have spent a ton of time, and I think that's because a lot of things change there constantly, and there's so much new going on with all the different festivals. So Festival of the Arts was one that we hadn't seen before moving down, just because it's only in the first part of the year. The Flower and Garden Festival is going on right now, soon to be the Food and Wine Festival, which we are going on opening day. So Epcot is great. Not to mention, they just opened Guardians of the Galaxy, so getting to be able to do previews there has been fun.
Yeah, well, and I think it's a really easy park to meet people in. So we get a lot of people from out of town that, you know, they're here for their vacation and they want to meet up with us at some point during their trip. And if it's not like a, let's meet at Disney Springs or let's go to this dining reservation type situation, it's let's meet in a park, and the easiest one to do that in is Epcot for whatever reason. Like I think just because you walk around, you tour the World Showcase, you know, like so.
Animal Kingdom is probably our favorite one to just hang out in and soak up the ambiance, which is the thing that we love to do most of all, is just to go and enjoy the music and the street atmosphere and all of that stuff. We would like to get there more. In fact, we are going today, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
We're going to hang out in Animal Kingdom this evening.
Yes. And then finally, Hollywood Studios. That is the most fun to people watch in for sure, especially whenever Rise of the Resistance has been shut down and then it opens and all of a sudden all the people are running.
The next thing we want to talk about is the vibe of Disney changing. So it is definitely different than when we first started coming down. And I think that's part of what goes into us enjoying, like the things that we enjoy about it. So instead of trying to get to the park each day and see and do the most popular things, like we could honestly care less on a day-to-day basis because we know we live here and we can do those at any point in time. So anytime that we go, we are trying to just enjoy the ambiance. We love walking around. We love maybe tasting the new drink or snack option. And if we get to ride the most popular ride, great. And if we don't, okay, we'll catch it next time.
Yeah, we actually just recently had a dining review in Animal Kingdom, and whenever we were kind of done with dining but we weren't ready to leave yet, we ended up taking that path that goes all the way up close to the Tree of Life, and you could see all the intricate carvings and everything, and it has been forever since we have done that little path. It was so fun to just get to like experience something that it's been so long since we've done because we never took the time whenever we were on vacation.
Another thing that we love doing to soak up the vibe is just driving through Disney property. So one of our favorite things to do is to take the top off of the car and roll the windows down and just drive through Disney property and, you know, drive past our favorite places to be, drive past Disney Springs, drive past Magic Kingdom, drive past the resorts. And we will often take a longer path to get home whenever we're coming to or from our house, just to be able to go through Disney property to see the Disney signs with the little mouse ears on top or past the Disney buses. It just kind of brings us back to our happy place. And that's just how the magic is changing for us, because it's more of a feeling of comfort and not necessarily a feeling of excitement and anticipation.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I still kind of pinch myself every time we drive. One of our more popular drives that we do is like right past Magic Kingdom, like between Contemporary and Magic Kingdom. And to get to kind of almost drive that as a local, as opposed to all the times that we have spent walking that path from Magic Kingdom to the Contemporary, it brings back all of these memories, and it's just so cool.
It is.
The next thing that has changed a little bit is spontaneity, right? So whenever you come on vacation, it's very planned, and most people that are coming to Disney World, they're not gonna have spontaneous, just like fly by the seat of their pants vacations, right? So park pass reservations do kind of limit us a little bit as far as Disney's concerned with spontaneity, but there are other ways that we can be spontaneous.
Absolutely. We will a lot of times just open up the app and see what is available for a dining reservation last minute, and there are a ton of last minute dining reservations, especially if you check within 24 hours of wanting to go, because a lot of people cancel their dining reservation 24 hours in advance, so they don't get charged that extra $10 per person fee. So pro tip, check that. And then we will also just go to lounges, because you don't need a reservation. And now I know there's a lot of back and forth on whether or not it's allowed and all this stuff, but we did it just the other day. We've done it several times in the last couple of weeks. You can get onto resort properties without an advanced dining reservation. Sometimes.
Yes.
It is not guaranteed. We have found a lot of luck with getting onto resort property if you go in the evenings, so they know that you're not going to park your car and just go over to a theme park and leave it there all day. But if it's like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, they have let us on just to go into the lounge.
Yeah.
And I mean, we go to the lounge. It's not like we're lying to go over to, wherever, Magic Kingdom or whatever, but that's definitely an option for us.
The other night we went to Polynesian, told them that we were headed to Tambu Lounge, went to Tambu Lounge, my parents were here, and so got some of the pineapple bread pudding and went out and watched the fireworks. And so it was a great way to soak up the magic in a different way, from a different viewpoint, without having to fight all the crowds of the parks. And anyway, my parents loved it.
The next thing we want to talk about is the variety. And this is a fantastic thing about the Disney magic changing, because it is not necessarily the same old wake up, rope drop, hit the most popular ride, hit the most popular restaurant, rinse and repeat the next day. Because we live here, we get to experience all of the stuff that Disney World has to offer. There is so much theming, so many things, rides even, that no one talks about, because they're always talking about the newest, biggest, best thing. The only thing anybody's gonna talk about for a very long time in Epcot is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's brand new. So I think the fact that we live here and we can have the flexibility to come in and out, and we have pretty much unlimited number of times to come, because we're gonna plan to stay here. We have no plans to leave. So we can experience all of those things, from exploring the pathway at Animal Kingdom to trying like little snacks or food items that we never would have tried on our trips because they weren't the thing.
In addition to that, we've gotten to do things that we weren't able to do before. So, whenever we were back in Oklahoma, we were annual pass holders, and they would have annual pass holder previews, but it didn't align with a trip that we were going to be taking. And so we didn't really get to take advantage of those types of things. The DVC previews, the annual pass holder previews, the Moonlight Magic, all of those things.
Run Disney events. We are both now training for a Run Disney event on Marathon Weekend. So that's gonna be awesome as well.
Yeah, and we got opening day of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party tickets, and booked a resort stay for a little staycation. So we can do like little staycations now too.
Regarding variety, on the flip side of that coin is if we ever do get tired of Disney World, there's a ton of stuff to do in Orlando that you can take a little bit of break and maybe recoup from magic overload. So Universal is one of our favorite spots, but there are also other theme parks in and around Orlando. There's a ton of great local spots to hang out. One of our favorites is in Winter Garden. It's about 25 minutes away, called Plant Street Market. That's a great little local spot to hang out. Great restaurants off Disney property. There is a ton of places to go to experience non-Disney things living in Orlando.
You can also do kind of Disney or Universal things on their property that maybe you wouldn't do on vacation, like miniature golf or hitting a water park or something like that that might not fall into a normal, typical Disney or Universal vacation.
One of the coolest things that we have found here living locally is being able to expand our personal knowledge of what these resorts have to offer. And I mean like the entire resort, the restaurants, the hotels, the theme parks, driving, parking lots, everything in between for Universal and for Disney.
Yeah, we have, with the dining reviews, experienced restaurants that we probably normally would not have taken the time to do on vacation because we always wanted to try something new, but maybe we wanted to try one of the more popular new things, or we wanted to go back to our old favorites or whatnot. So we've been able to try more things. We've been able to experience the flow and what might work best. It's really cool to get to kind of increase the magic in those ways where we're experiencing a lot of stuff that maybe not everybody does on every single trip. Back to staycations, we plan on doing more of those too. We want to start staying at the various resorts and soaking ourselves up with all that resort has to offer. So that was one thing that we were really bad at whenever we came for vacations, because we were so focused on being in the parks, and then whenever we weren't in the parks, we were so exhausted that we didn't really want to take advantage of all the other things that the resort had to offer. But there are so many resort amenities, so we're gonna start taking like an evening where we stay one night at a resort and we can do everything. We're not gonna go to the parks. We're only gonna do what the resort has to offer.
I really look forward to the staycations. We're gonna do them at Disney and Universal as well. And I think that is a way that the magic changes but stays alive, because it's no less magical. So for instance, when we were at Polynesian the other night with your parents, like you still cried when Tinkerbell flew out of the castle. Like it is still super, super magical, but it's changed in the fact that the excitement and anticipation is not like the real heavy buildup leading up to it. Because I remember we used to like make those chains out of paper and rip one link of the chain off to count down the days, that kind of thing. You'd have these big countdowns and it'd be this big exciting like ordeal, and then it's like, you know, this pilgrimage from wherever you're coming from, coming to Disney World, this big travel day and the travel day back. And so the highs aren't as high leading up to the anticipation, but also the lows aren't as low leading away from the vacation, if that makes sense. So, you know, we don't like really look forward for months and months and months going to Magic Kingdom to walk down Main Street, but we also, when we leave Main Street, it's like, okay, we could come do this tomorrow if we wanted to do it. So it's more evened out. It's more of like a chill experience, but that doesn't change the magic of it.
Yes.
The magic is still there, but the anticipation and excitement has leveled off, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it.
The last thing I want to touch on, and this is a total bummer on every level, it's budgets and waistlines.
This does ruin the magic.
This is not magical at all. So we have a budget that we have to stick to. So every time that we go to theme parks, so it's free for us to park, it's free for us to get in a theme park because we have annual passes that it's paid for once a year regardless, so we might as well use them.
Right.
But once we're in there, anything that we buy, souvenirs, snacks, drinks, experiences, any of that stuff, it costs money, and it costs a lot of money. Disney World or Universal, neither one is a cheap place. It doesn't change the magic not being able to eat anything and everything. It doesn't take away from the magic not being able to eat and drink anything and everything you want, because I mean, when we come before, we were here for a week, so you could do whatever you want, and calories didn't count. They count when you live here. For sure. We are definitely more aware every time we go to theme parks, resorts, all these places. Like last night or a couple nights ago, whenever your mom ordered the pineapple bread pudding, like we had one bite It was delicious, but we did not eat anymore other
Yeah.
than that. It was like, okay, no, we need to conserve for, our vacations this summer.
So all in all, when everyone had always asked us, would the magic go away? Or what if the magic goes away? It definitely, if that's something you're worried about, I think I can confidently say that if you love Disney and Universal as much as we do, it's not gonna go away. It's just gonna change and evolve, and it's almost gonna be better.
I would say it's definitely better. It is better in the fact that the magic itself doesn't change. Again, going back to the highs and lows of the excitement of actually going on vacation, that comes and goes. That's not here anymore. Those highs and lows are not here anymore. But it's more of a chill, amazing experience. It's almost more of an immersive experience because you can take more in, because you can slow down, because you're not trying to rush to be first in line to the brand new ride before anybody else gets there. You can absorb more. And so I think that makes the magic more impactful and actually is a better experience than coming down here like 1 week a year.
At least for us.
At least for us. If you like these types of videos, let us know by liking and subscribing. And if you need help planning your next magical vacation, please reach out. We would love to help you. We moved here to start Fantastical Vacations, a concierge travel agency that specializes in Disney, Universal Cruise Lines, and all-inclusive resorts. So that would be awesome if you support our small business.
And if you like us and you want to hear us more and you listen to podcasts, check out the podcast Addicted to the Mouse. We publish twice weekly on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Kitty will thank you. So we will see you on the next video.